This time we're going to go through the text of 2nd Clement, section 3. I'm trying out different drawing programs for me marking up the text. Here's my third attempt. I think I like this one a lot, but we'll see. We'll start with this first part. Tasutan un elaas piesantas avtu isemas. Tasutan eleas. The un there is, therefore, tasutan eleas, such a great mercy, piesantas avtu isemas. You might notice when you're looking at these, well, this piesantas avtu, this is a genitive, and so this whole phrase here at the beginning is a genitive absolute. He, having made or done such great mercy towards us, and so this right here is the core of this genitive absolute. He having done, he doing unto us such a great mercy. Protonmen, first, hati hemis huzontes tus necrus theus u thuamen. So we'll stop right there. First, that or because we who are alive, we who are living, to dead gods we do not sacrifice. Right? We who are living do not sacrifice to dead gods. And, moving on, keu proskunumen avtus, and we do not worship them. Notice the action of the verb, both for thuamen and for proskunumen, are in the dative, not in the accusative here. So, tus necrus avtus, tus necrus theus and avtus here, all in the dative. Allah egnomen diavtu ton patera tes eleithias. So we will go to here, right here. But egnomen diavtu ton patera tes eleithias. But we know through him diavtu ton patera tes eleithias. We know through him the Father of truth. Now we're going to ask a question. Tis he gnosis he prosaftan e tame arniste dihu egnomen aftan. And so this section right here, this is a question. The first part asks the question, tis he gnosis he prosaftan, what is the knowledge towards him or related to him, other than, except then, this second part right here. The second part answers that. So what is the knowledge? Now, you see this a lot, and I think we've already seen it in 2nd Clement, where you have this he pros auton, right? So, tis he gnosis, what is the knowledge? And then think of this right here. He pros auton is like an attributive adjective attached to knowledge. It's defining knowledge. And so, what is knowledge? Right? What is the knowledge towards him? Right? You could possibly imagine what tis he gnosis theou. What's the knowledge of God? Like as an objective genitive. What is the knowledge of God? But here he's saying this in this attributive construction. What is the knowledge? The knowledge towards him. And then you've got this a, which is often used in a contrast and an or. Here it's just creating this disjunctive between the first part and the second part. What is the knowledge of him except to not deny ta me arniste dihu egnomen aftan. Except, or something like that. To not deny. So the knowledge, what's knowledge of him? Not denying. So that's ta me arniste. To not deny. What are we not denying? We are not denying dihu egnomen afton. What's the knowledge? The knowledge towards the Father of truth? Well, you define that by not denying through whom we know him. So in other words, if you want to confess that you know the Father of truth, then you can't deny the one through whom you know him, Jesus. Legide, moving on into 3:2. Legide ke aftos, ton homologeson tame enopion ton anthropon. Homologeso afton enopion tu patrosmu. Also, he says, ton homologeson tame enopion ton anthropon, homologeso afton enopion tu patrosmu. So this is a quote from the Gospels. First of all, we're starting with a substantival participle, ton homologeson tame, the one who confesses me. Ton homologeson tame enopion ton anthropon, the one who confesses me before men, I will confess. Homologeso. This is a future form, future first person singular. I will confess him, enopion tu patrosmu. Before, enopion, before my Father. Hutas un, starting in section 3.3, hutas un estin hamistasemon, e an un homologesomen di hu esothimen. This is very similar than the statement we ended 3:1 with right here. This, therefore, is our reward. What's the reward? That he will confess us before his Father. If, therefore, homologesomen, if we will confess through whom we are saved, passive. So if, therefore, we confess through whom we are saved. 3:4. In tini de afton homologumen, into puin halagi, keme parakuin aftu ton antalon, keme manon kilis in afton timon, ala ex hales cardias ke ex hales tes dianuas. That's a long section. We're actually now going to ask a very similar question to ask that we asked before, where before we said, what's the knowledge towards God? What's the true knowledge towards God? Now it's going to say, all right, in what way shall we confess him? In tini. In what do we confess him? It's actually not future, it's present, this homologumen. In what do we confess him? Now he's actually going to answer this just like he did with the knowledge question back in 3:1, where he asked a question that he answered with an infinitive, ta me arniste, back up here. Down here, he's going to now answer with into puin. So what does it mean for us to confess him? Into puin, and doing what he says. Into puin ha legi. And ke me parakuin aftu ton entalon, and not disobeying his commandments. And, continuing on, ke me manon kilis en aftan timon, and here's another infinitive, and not honoring him with our lips only. Or to take it in the actual word order, and not only with our lips honoring him, but, all right, and so doing what he says, not disobeying his commandments, and not honoring him with our lips only, but Allah, ex hales cardias, from a whole heart, ke ex hales tes dianuas, from the whole mind. 3:5. Legide ke in to hesea, hala as hutas, tus kilesin me tema. he de cardia avton poro apostin ap emu. This is a quote from Isaiah, and he says in Isaiah, hala ashutos, this people, very similar to the last statement, honor me with their lips. These people with their lips honor me, but their hearts, poro apostin. Apostin just by itself means to be away from. So that would have been sufficient, but poro here is like far away from me. And then once again, another separation. Their hearts, poro apostin apemu. Seems rather emphatic. So that is 2 Clement. The Greek text is 2 Clement, chapter 3 or section 3. Soon we'll do section 4.